But if
Great.
you start a voter for that when you're ready.
Yeah, I'll see if I can't get the bot hosted so that we can then vote. We've got some infrastructure to.
Yeah. That's first. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, great stuff, guys. Bye for now. Oh, and by the
All
way,
right.
just do recommend to all your friends. Get involved in AV, Agile Ventures. Do we have? I don't have many friends. I hear other people have these things called friends, which are other people who like know and trust and respect you. If you can get any of your friends and get them into AV, then I will be eternally grateful.
No,
We just
cool.
want to.
I've actually got a friend who's a Scrum Master who I
Oh,
found
wonderful.
out, and I actually told her about Agile Ventures, and she was quite keen to get involved. So I'll
Yeah.
just reach out to her again.
Absolutely, absolutely. Every connection, very, very welcome. We've started to have a few more people who've listened to the Ruby Rogues show and kind of said, yeah, absolutely. That kind of like not learning in school, learning in context. We love it. And those people are starting to come in. And I think if we can just get enough people together, all these serendipity. I mean, I think it's awesome that Michael's pairing with Michael Jerger. So Matt's pairing with Michael Jerger and so on. I'm hoping to set up pairings for Matt with Corey and other Michael this week. If you do need any help setting up and finding pairing them with MetPlus, I guess you guys are doing pretty well finding connections, but yeah, do feel free to reach out to me, and I'm happy to act as a broker to try and find you more people to pair with. So,
yep, and we'll tuck it up too. I have been doing that actually, but
wonderful.
Keep that going. All right,
great stuff. All right, bye for now, folks.
All right, bye for now. So, Laura, let's take a look at the stories, and maybe we can figure something out here.
Okay.
Let's see, screen share. Mm-hmm. So let's see. In terms of stories, we're kind of running thin right now. So we've got, cross-browser testing. We don't want to do that. This story here, I don't know if it's still an MVP story. This is the follow-up to the story that you created, Laura, which is download the resume. This was more having the ability to click on the resume and have it show up in line. A window pop up displaying the resume. And to be honest, I'm not sure that we actually need that because the ability to download the resume is probably good enough for MVP. So we probably want to, in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to change the designation on that. I'm going to take out MVP. I don't think we need that as MVP. Let's see, that's back-end stuff, back-end. Okay. So refactor eligible job seekers role. This is a trivial question. This is a trivial story, Laura. I've kept it around in case we have another MOOC student showing up. This is basically just. Sorry?
I was a bit bored on the weekend, and then I thought, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? Should I do it?
Oh, you can do it if you want. I mean, it's kind of a straightforward story.
Yeah.
It's very quick, very easy. If you want that immediate gratification by getting something done.
Something fast in MedPlus would be awesome.
Yeah, exactly. They don't tend to be that way sometimes.
Yeah.
Let's see. So that.
Patrick, for the backend story, is it very hard to do?
Which one?
I'm not sure because what is the difference for the backend and the front end stuff?
Oh, okay. So the backend, so-called cruncher, that's all Java on top of a Mongoid database.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know any Java? Are you interested in doing that?
I know a little bit, but because I don't do anything on Java, so most likely it's like quite yeah.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it. I don't know Java, and I don't think I'm really all that interested in learning it, actually, unless I absolutely had to. So, I mean, the key there for that would be to hook up with Hua Tongwei and have him give you an overview of the backend and maybe carve out things you might help with. That might be difficult because I know his time is very limited now. I think he tends to have time in the morning. I think he starts his work at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is like 2 hours and 15 minutes from now. So if you are interested, you may want to ping him and see if he has some time to spend with you.
Oh, okay. So those backend stuff is really cruncher side.
Yeah, that's basically it. And most of it seems to be built now. What we're waiting on now is just job descriptions and resumes specific to certain job categories. And we want to train the system on 2 or 3 categories. So we've asked the client to give us job descriptions and categories for 2 or 3 job categories. Excuse me, job description and resumes for 2 or 3 job categories. And so we're still waiting on that. So once we do that, we'll have something to train the backend system on. But I think most of the Java development, as I understand it now, has been completed for what we need for MVP. See, there is, I'm still in the middle of this particular story that I mentioned. Let me show you guys what that looks like. So, which principal applications designer? So here I'm logged in as a company person, and I can see all the jobs that my company has active out there. So if I click on a particular job, like this one here, I see the usual job display, but I've added this link called Match Job Seekers. And what that does is it takes this job and it talks to the back end and said, okay, for this particular job ID, look up the job description in the back end and see if you can match that against available job seekers, and return that list of matching job seekers. So if I click on this, it'll confirm that I want to do that, because it may take a while because I'm talking to the back end. I don't really know how long that's going to take. When I do that, it comes back with something that looks like this. So there's a name of a job seeker. If the job seeker has applied to that job, then the company person can see the job seeker. They can see the contact information. If they have not applied to the job, the client does not want us to expose the contact information for the job seeker. So if they have applied, obviously the match rating, these are showing anonymous people who matched against it, but they haven't applied, so we don't know who they are. And then if somebody's applied, we can contact the job developer for that job seeker via this, and it just pops up this email template. And then somebody can then apply, about this, whatever, that kind of thing. So what we want to do here is change this so that this says at the top, rather than job developer, it says contact. And here there'll be a listing of all the job developers for each job seeker that has a job developer. We'd have a link to their name. When the link was clicked, we would pop up a modal dialog, and in there we would say, okay, what's your message to this job developer regarding this particular job applicant for this job, or this particular job seeker for this job? And they would be able to basically contact the job developer regardless of whether there's a job seeker, the job seeker who matches has applied for the job. So that's where we're going to go. That's kind of a post MVP enhancement to this, but that's going to be needed fairly soon. That being said, we can't do that right now because I haven't finished this story yet. We'd have to build on this. So with that, I think what we ought to do, Tongwei, is I should spend some time looking through the backlog of stories and then maybe get back together with you, maybe tomorrow, if not today. I know it's late for you.
Okay, but I was wondering if I'm picking the 427, right? It is still needed, right? The feature for 427.
427, let's see.
Yes, yes, this make updated inline.
Yes.
Is it still needed?
Oh, Patrick is gone.
Missing.
Let me ping him.
It's missing. Let me. Oh.
There you go.
Come back
There
again.
you go. Hey, come back now. Patrick?
Patrick,
Can't hear you.
I can't see you too. Can't see.